Are you new to barrels or other speed events and don't know where to begin to start your horse on the pattern? Or do you have a pattern sour horse that needs a tune-up? Well, this is the exercise for you. This is one of my favorite training games that I use on all the horses that I start and ride, especially the ones that go on to speed events, because it teaches them just to go up to something and turn it. There's no rhyme or reason, no pattern. When you go up to something, you have to turn it. And you have to turn it correctly. You have to take correct leads. You have to do the flying lead change. You have to make a pocket where I ask for it. You have to complete the turn. You get all of these great training fundamentals in one simple game. And at the end of it all, the horse gets quiet, he down-regulates, and he plays game over. Now you can warm up at a trot on this particular drill, but I would really encourage you to practice it and schooling it at a lope. The lope and the trot are such completely different gaits that the footwork will be entirely different. If your ultimate goal is to add pressure and add speed, the footfall in the lope will be more like the gallop anyway. This game can be used to play before you even begin to start your horse on the barrel pattern, to help teach it to go up to an object and turn it, or it can be used to down-regulate an overly pattern-sour barrel horse that approaches practice with a lot of anxiety. They quickly learn that they have to be able to be on call, wait for direction from their rider, and not anticipate the next maneuver. The rider also learns how to use their core and legs to support their horse. They have to ride and guide stride for stride. They have to plan, prepare, and execute every approach, every turn, and every departure. If they get a little chargy or you don't like the direction they're going, set them up for a 360 over the hocks and come out the left lead. The opportunities are really limitless, and you're only limited by your own imagination in this game rather than sticking to the same old barrel pattern or the same old bull bending pattern where you can only do so many of the same drills over and over again. Here's the other thing that I love about this in my arena. This arena hasn't been worked in, I think about 2 months. The ground is different at every single obstacle, and this horse has to stand up and turn no matter what the ground feels like. In some places it's soft and shifty, in other places it's hard as a rock, and he has to stand up and make the turn. That's how we're going to make a barrel horse out of him. And that's how we're going to make him a rodeo horse. So we're going to drop the reins, play game over. He knows it's just another game. He's going to catch his breath, and I'm going to catch my breath. And now we're going to get after it. We're going to start this game with the 360 over the hocks out the right lead. You see him really reach under with that inside hind right and plant it as he comes around and lopes off. We're just going to start by loping a nice easy circle around this cone. And as we come along this side of the rail, he's kind of thinking about turning that barrel, and I have to pick him up and move him off just a little bit, and that's okay. That's all part of it. He's looking to turn this. He wants to jump out. I correct him, and I put him back on another route towards another obstacle. We just pick stuff randomly all across this arena. Now we take a really nice turn around this pole. We dang near pivot. We get a beautiful lead change right here. We hold the left lead the entire way around this barrel and hold the lead onto the next obstacle. This is where the ground gets really hard and he really has to step up, hold that inside leg, keep his hip to the inside of the turn, and bring himself around. He can't lay down on his side. He's going to end up slipping and coming out from under himself if I let him lay over on his side. Again, we stand up and turn. We get a flying lead change here. We turn the cone. Another flying lead change and out the opposite lead. And we're going to turn this pole here. Now, all of those things are so important because one day he's going to make a run in a tiny little arena and he's going to get about 3 strides before he has to change his lead and make another turn. And then I stop him, drop the reins, and he plays game over. And look at how quiet he wants to be. That's how you make a speed event horse. And that's how you keep him calm and quiet. And that's how you keep a horse ready to go on to their next job. You guys want to watch some of those turns again in slow motion? I know I do. Let's take a look at that pole turn where he pivots. Right lead, inside leg comes up underneath him. He pivots on it. He brings those big shoulders across, snaps back, and goes on to the next obstacle. How cool is that? Now, let's look at that barrel turn. We turn that barrel, and this is where we're going to do that flying lead change out of it. 1, 2 strides, 3 strides, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, rating down, slowing down, turning again. I sit up. You don't see me leaning either way. You don't see me grabbing to my horn. I'm holding on to my legs to support him. I'm using my core and obliques, and another beautiful flying lead change. I hope this really helped you guys a lot. Thanks for watching. I sure hope you have a great rest of your day.